Good afternoon and welcome back to number 20 in the Read Through the Bible series. We're up to Genesis chapter 36, Esau's descendants. These are the generations of Esau, that is Edom. Remember, Esau is the brother of Jacob. He was born first, the twins. Esau meaning hairy, of course, and Edom meaning red. The generations of Esau. Esau took his wives from the Canaanites, much to the grief of his parents. Adah, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite. Aholibama, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, the Hivite. And Basemath, Ishmael's daughter, the sister of Nebaioth. And Adah bore Esau Eliphaz. Basemath bore Reuel, and Aholibama bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Then Esau took his wives, his sons, his daughters, and all the members of his household, his livestock, all his beasts, and all his property that he had acquired in the land of Canaan. He went into a land away from his brother Jacob, for their possessions were too great for them to dwell together. Remember, the same happened with Abraham and Lot earlier on. The land of their sojournings could not support them because of their livestock. So Esau also has done very well as far as acquiring wealth is concerned. And in those days, wealth was generally measured in the amount of livestock, the amount of animals that a person had, perhaps the amount of slaves as well, and so on. So Esau settled in the hill country of Seir. Esau is Edom. So it was the Edomites that became the brother nation, at least for a time, with Israel. And then they became an enemy nation, unfortunately. These are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in the hill country of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons. Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau. Reuel, the son of Basemath, the wife of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah was a concubine of Eliphaz, Esau's son. She bore Amalek to Eliphaz. Amalek became a real problem nation. Later on, you'll see. These are the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the sons of Basemath, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Aholibama, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, Esau's wife. She bore Esau Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These are the chiefs of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau, chiefs Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Kenaz, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These are the chiefs of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Adah. These are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son, the chiefs Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the chiefs of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Basemath, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Aholibama, Esau's wife, the chiefs Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These are the chiefs born of Aholibama, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Esau, that is Edom, and these are their chiefs. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, the inhabitants of the land. This is a separate person, but these people joined and became one nation, it seems to be, with Esau's descendants. So they're mentioned here. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, the inhabitants of the land. Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These are the chiefs of the Horites, the sons of Seir in the land of Edom. The sons of Lotan were Hori and Hemam, and Lotan's sister was Timnah. Remember, Timnah was the concubine of Eliphaz, Esau's son. These are the sons of Shobal, Alvan, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. These are the sons of Zibeon, Aya and Anah. He is the Anah who found the hot springs in the wilderness as he pastured the donkeys of Zibeon his father. These are the children of Anah, Dishon and Aholibama, the daughter of Anah. These are the sons of Dishon: Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Cheran. These are the sons of Ezer: Bilhan, Zarvan, and Arkan. These are the sons of Dishan: Az and Aran. These are the chiefs of the Horites. Remember, they are the sons of Seir himself, who joined with the Edomites. The chiefs Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anna, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These are the chiefs of the Horites, chief by chief, in the land of Seir. These are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the Israelites. Bela, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom, the name of his city being Dinhaba. Bela died, and Jobab, the son of Zerah of Bozrah, reigned in his place. Jobab died, and Husham of the land of the Temanites reigned in his place. It didn't seem that the kingship was passed from father to son at this stage. Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the country of Moab, reigned in his place, the name of his city being Avith. Hadad died, and Shamla of Masrekah reigned in his place. Shamla died, and Shaul of Rehoboth on the Euphrates reigned in his place. Shaul died, and Baal-Hanan, the son of Akbor, reigned in his place. Baal-Hanan, the son of Akbor, died, and Hadar reigned in his place, the name of his city being Pau. His wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab. These are the names of the chiefs of Esau according to their clans and their dwelling places by their names. The chiefs: Timnah, Alva, Jetheth, Aholibama, Elah, Pinon, Kenaz, Teman, Mibzar, Magdiel, and Iram. These are the chiefs of Edom, that is Esau, the father of Edom, according to their dwelling places in the land of their possession. And now we get to chapter 37, having taken a look at Esau's descendants. We now get to Joseph. Jacob lived in the land of his father's sojournings, in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was pasturing the flock with his brothers. He was a boy with the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah. Now remember the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, who are the maidservants of Leah and Rachel. These were Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And Joseph brought a bad report of them to their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any other of his sons, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a robe of many colours. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peacefully to him. You see, Joseph was the only son of Rachel, Rachel being the wife that Jacob loved the most. And of course Joseph became the favourite son. So his other brothers, at this time his other 10 brothers, were his half-brothers. Now Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more. He said to them, "Hear this dream that I've dreamed. Behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and behold, my sheaf arose and stood upright, and behold, your sheaves gathered around it, and bowed down to my sheaf." His brothers said to him, "Are you indeed to reign over us? Or are you indeed to rule over us?" So they hated him even more for his dreams and for his words. Then he dreamed another dream and told it to his brothers and said, "Behold, I've dreamed another dream. Behold, the sun, the moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me." But when he told it to his father and to his brothers, his father rebuked him and said to him, "What is this dream that you've dreamed? Shall I and your mother and your brothers indeed come and bow ourselves to the ground before you?" And his brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the saying in mind. Now his brothers went to pasture their flock near Shechem. Remember, Shechem is where Simeon and Levi had slaughtered so many people because of the rape of Dinah, their sister. And Israel said to Joseph, "Are not your brothers pasturing the flock at Shechem? Come, I will send you to them." And he said to them, "Here I am." So he said to him, "Go now, see if it is well with your brothers and with the flock, and bring me word." So he sent him from the valley of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. And a man found him wandering in the fields, and the man asked him, "What are you seeking?" "I'm seeking my brothers," he said. "Tell me, please, where they are pasturing the flock." And the man said, "They've gone away, for I heard them say, 'Let us go to Dothan.'" So Joseph went after his brothers and found them at Dothan. They saw him from afar, and before he came near to them, they conspired against him to kill him. They said to one another, "Here comes this dreamer. Come now, let us kill him and throw him into one of the pits. Then we will say that a fierce animal has devoured him, and we'll see what becomes of his dreams." But when Reuben, now remember Reuben is the oldest, when Reuben heard it, he rescued him out of their hands, saying, "Let us not take his life." And Reuben said to them, "Shed no blood. Throw him into this pit here in the wilderness, but do not lay a hand on him," that he might rescue him out of their hand to restore him to his father. So when Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his robe, the robe of many colours that he wore. And they took him and threw him into a pit. The pit was empty, there was no water in it. Then they sat down to eat. And looking up, they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead. Remember the Ishmaelites? Ishmael was actually the older brother of Isaac. He was born to Hagar the Egyptian. And now he's become a number of people in his company, the Ishmaelites. And they're heading down to Egypt for trade. The Ishmaelites coming from Gilead with their camels bearing gum, balm and myrrh, on their way to carry it down to Egypt. Then Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is it if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother, our own flesh." And his brothers listened to him. Then Midianite traders passed by, and they drew Joseph up and lifted him out of the pit, and sold him to the Ishmaelites for 20 shekels of silver. They took Joseph to Egypt. Now it's only a couple of generations since Ishmael separated from Isaac, so they're taking their own flesh and blood, their relative Joseph, to Egypt. But Reuben wasn't there, you see. When Reuben returned to the pit and saw that Joseph was not in the pit, he tore his clothes and returned to his brothers and said, "The boy is gone, and where shall I go?" Then they took Joseph's robe and slaughtered a goat and dipped the robe in the blood. And they sent the robe of many colours and brought it to their father and said, "This we have found. Please identify whether it's your son's robe or not." And he identified it and said, "It is my son's robe. A fierce animal has devoured him. Joseph is without doubt torn to pieces." Then Jacob tore his garments and put sackcloth on his loins and mourned for his son many days. All his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. He said, "No, I shall go down to Sheol to my son, mourning." Thus his father wept for him. Meanwhile the Midianites had sold him in Egypt to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, the captain of the guard. Sold for 20 pieces of silver. Handy, because there were 10 brothers there that would share this, 2 pieces of silver each. And they had to hide this fact for a number of years from their father Jacob, or Israel as he is now called. In fact, when you look a bit further, they hid this from their father until they once again met up with Joseph in Egypt, more than 20 years later. Well, let's move on to the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 20. "For the kingdom of heaven is like a master of a house, who went out early in the morning to hire labourers for his vineyard. After agreeing with the labourers for a denarius a day," and that was standard wages for a labourer, "he sent them into his vineyard. And going out about the 3rd hour," that's about 9 o'clock in the morning, "he saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and he said to them, 'You go into the vineyard too, and whatever is right I will give you.' So they went. Going out again about the 6th hour, that's midday, and the 9th hour, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he did the same. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing. And he said to them, "Why do you stand here idle all day?" They said to him, "Because no one has hired us." He said to them, "You go to the vineyard too." And when evening came, that's an hour later, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Call the labourers and pay them their wages, beginning with the last up to the first." And when those who were hired about the 11th hour came, each of them received a denarius. 1 hour's work, he gets a day's wages. Very nice. Now when those hired first came, they thought they would receive more. But each of them also received a denarius. And on receiving it, they grumbled at the master of the house, saying, "These last worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us, who have borne the burden of the day in the scorching heat. Yes, they've worked 12 hours. But he replied to one of them, "Friend, I am doing you no wrong. Did you not agree with me for a denarius? Take what belongs to you and go. I choose to give to this last worker as I give to you. Am I not allowed to do what I choose with what belongs to me? Or do you begrudge my generosity?" So the last will be first, and the first last. Most likely talking about our salvation. There are those who go through terrible trials and tribulations and are saved. But then there are others, like many of us, who have not gone through that same difficult time, who are also saved. We're all, in that sense, equal. In other places, though, Jesus talks about those who are going to be greatest in the kingdom of heaven and those who are going to be least. And he also talks about those who will receive a reward in the kingdom of heaven. He says, for those who are persecuted, he said, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven." So, although we all receive salvation, those who belong to God, those who have come into his family, those who are born again, as we'll read in John chapter 3, we all receive the same salvation. Our standing in heaven and our rewards will be different. Let's read on here in Matthew chapter 20, verse 17. As Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, he took the 12 disciples aside, and on the way he said to them, "See, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be delivered over to the chief priests and scribes, and they will condemn him to death, and deliver him over to the Gentiles," that's the Roman soldiers, you see, "to be mocked and flogged and crucified, and he will be raised on the third day." Jesus foretold all this. Then the mother of the sons of Zebedee, the mother of James and John, came up to him with her sons, and kneeling before him, she asked him for something. And he said to her, "What do you want?" She said to him, "Say that these 2 sons of mine are to sit, one at your right hand and one at your left, in your kingdom." Jesus answered, "You do not know what you are asking. Are you able to drink the cup that I am to drink?" In other words, go through the difficulties that I'm going to go through. They said to him, "We are able." He said to them, "You will drink my cup. But to sit at my right hand and at my left is not mine to grant, but it is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." So he's promising James and John that they too will be persecuted for their faith in God and their following of Jesus. And when the 10, that's the other disciples, the 10 disciples, heard it, they were indignant at the 2 brothers. But Jesus called them to him and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. It shall not be so among you, but whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be your slave, even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and give his life as a ransom for many." As they went out of Jericho, a great crowd followed him, and behold, there were 2 blind men sitting by the roadside. And when they heard that Jesus was passing by, they cried out, "Lord, have mercy on us, Son of David." The crowd rebuked them, telling them to be silent, but they cried out all the more, "Lord, have mercy on us, Son of David." And stopping, Jesus called them and said, "What do you want me to do for you?" They said to him, "Lord, let our eyes be opened." And Jesus, in pity, touched their eyes, and immediately they recovered their sight and followed him. Let's turn over to the book of Proverbs. We're reading in Proverbs chapter 6, from verse 6 to 11. Go to the ant, O sluggard. Sluggard is someone who's lazy. Consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief, officer, or ruler, she prepares her bread in summer and gathers her food in harvest. How long will you lie there, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. There's all sorts of wonderful snippets on the way through Proverbs that encourage us to be the best we possibly can. And this one is not to be lazy. Well, that'll do for today. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you for the next one.